Do you feel very different sitting here now to 12 months ago? If you take your mind back.
Yeah, of course. In terms of, I would say, confidence and expectations, also, I think I improved my game. So, of course, I'm different, but it doesn't only come with the rankings or anything. Everybody changes every, I would say, year, every month. So, of course, I'm a different person, different player. But yeah, as I say, the main thing is confidence in my game, in what I know how to do on the court, and that changed a lot in the last 12 months. And yeah.
When we saw you at the ATP finals, you said you'd kind of lost a bit of momentum that you'd built up over the summer. Do you think with a new year and all the matches you got at the ATP Cup that you've regained that momentum and you're back to where you were last summer?
Yeah, for sure. Last year was only my third season, if I'm not mistaken, on an ATP tour, like a full season, with all the ATP tournaments. It was a great one, but still, in the end, even missing some tournaments, trying to recover for last two tournaments of the season, I felt that I was kind of burned out. I still fought in good matches, had 5-1 against Rafa, so I could win the matches, even if I lost all of three. But I felt that I needed some rest, some, I would say restart. And beginning of the year, I had a really great 5 matches in ATP Cup, won 4 of them. So feeling great about my game and about myself.
Daniil, what would be a good Australian Open in your eyes?
It's always tough to answer. A good Australian Open is to win it, but if you ask me what I'm going to be happy about, it always depends, of course, who you play and who you lose to. But I would say I will be happy with quarters. But as I always say, for me, the first goal is to win it step by step. And if I'm in quarters, I'm not going to be there and say, okay, well, I've done my goal. It's enough for this tournament. So any tournament I play, I want to win it. But quarters will be satisfying, I would say.
So Roger, Rafa and Novak have dominated here. What gives you the confidence that you can match it and possibly, hopefully, beat them?
I think playing against them from time to time, and especially the further you go in the big tournaments, the more chances you have to play them. And the more times you play them, the more you know where you are comparing to them. And for example, match in ATP Cup, Novak was kind of all over me. I managed to get back, almost win the match. He still won it, and they won the whole ATP Cup. But I felt that I was really close, and the matches like this gives you confidence to see that you're able to do it. But it's really tough.
Your thoughts on your first match against Francis Tiafoe? He did well here last year, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's a nice headline. I would say 2 young guys, and I don't know his ranking right now, but he must be not far from being seeded, in my opinion. So it's a great matchup, and as you say, he was in quarters here last year. I guess super motivated. I think it's going to be a great match. Of course, I want to do my best to win it, and hopefully I can show some good tennis. Like this, I'm going to have my chances.
The air quality has been a big talking point in this first week leading up to the tournament. How much of an issue has that been for you in practice? And also, was it discussed last night at the Players' Council?
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually say what was discussed, so I will try to keep away from it. But of course, it's a big disaster what happened in Australia with the bushfires, all the animals, all the people without the houses. So there are rules now that are in charge. I think there is like PM 2.5. I don't know too much about it, but so there are rules of when we're going to play and when we're not going to play, and I think the conditions for the players will be good.
John McEnroe was tipping you as one of the players most likely to win here. What do you think of that assessment?
Every time somebody says something like this, especially John, who was an amazing tennis player, a legend, it just makes you kind of happy. It means that what you achieved last year get noticed, and when tennis experts or legends like John say it, it's an honor for me, but it's it's not as easy to do it as to say. So me, as I say, I'm gonna take it match by match. Hopefully, be 100% physically, because that's the most important thing, and show some good tennis. Like this, I can go further in the tournament.
Are you gonna try to meet Naomi Osaka here?
Well, we definitely gonna meet, because we see all of the tennis players see each other a lot. Yeah, that's it.
A lot of players have little routines, tics, idiosyncrasies about their game. I can't think of any that you have with yours. Is that deliberate?
No, of course I have my routines, like everybody. I mean, kind of, we played so many matches in our career. We know what we have to do, and no matter which time you play, either it's 11 a.m. or either it's a night session at 10, you know how you feel better. Somebody sleeps all the day, somebody doesn't want to sleep before a night match because otherwise he gets tired. So I have my routine, my different stuff. I want to say I don't have superstitious, though I do try to follow some things. So, but the thing is that if, like, everybody usually talks about lucky showers or anything, if I'm not going to use the same shower, which I didn't win, I'm not going to be in my mind like, okay, that's it, I lost the tournament, I cannot play tennis anymore. But if the shower is open, I'm going to go to the same one probably.
But on the court, you don't really do things like, Nadal with all his little things that he does.
No, I don't. I don't do same things. I have, as I say, I have some routine which I try to follow. But if at some moment I don't follow it, I don't care. That's how it is. Like, for example, if I don't know, I serve an ace and the ball boy gets the ball fast, I'm like, okay, let's take the same one. But if I see that the ball is far, I'm not gonna wait for it. I'm just gonna take a new one.
The U.S. Open and how close you came in that fifth set. Did it take you time to get over that loss, or was it something you were at peace with quickly?
Yeah, that's the good thing about tennis and the bed at the same time. Like, I would say US Open final was close and I managed to turn the match around. So, of course, I was disappointed to lose, but there were many good things. I would talk more about the loss in the Nitro ATP finals. Like, the moment you lose the match, you think, okay, it's going to stay with me for 10 years. I'm going to remember it when I finish my career. And then in 2 weeks, you have a new tournament, you have pre-season, okay, no new tournament, but pre-season, you have new goals for 2020, you think about ATP Cup and Australian Open, and you just get over it. But the bad thing about it is like when you win a Masters 1000 or something, and then you have a match next Monday, and nobody already cares that you won it. So yeah, that's how tennis is, and I find it good.
Have you noticed much has changed about your life walking around since that US Open? Are you noticed more? Do people talk to you more?
Yeah, for sure, and I think it's normal. It's part of the job, of the success of any sportsman in any sphere, in any sport. But especially, of course, in New York, like the next day I had to wear a hoodie, sunglasses, and still people would recognize me. I would look at myself in the mirror, I was like, how can you recognize me? Like, I cannot recognize me. And, yeah, I try, I always say that I just try to be the same with my close friends, my family, and that's how I don't change. I watch, still play PlayStation, still watch some series, some cinemas, go out to dinner, so that's how you stay normal, I would say.
Last year, when you did lose momentum, did it ever cross your mind that you might never get it back? Like, maybe I peaked?
I think it did, yeah. Some moments you can, say to yourself, maybe it was, I don't know, just, 2 good months of your career, 2 best months, and then you're never going to get your tennis back. But the most important is to go back out to practice, just to try to do your best, to try to hit the balls good, and as I see, it's gonna come back. So if you do everything right, of course, it's really important to be healthy physically, because if you get injured, it's a different story, as we know. But if you don't get injured, if you are there, if you practice good, it's going to be sometimes maybe up and down, maybe, of course it's important to be consistent, but at some moments it's going to get back.
Have you watched that match back? And if so, how did you feel?
With who?
With Nadal at the US Open?
At the US Open, I saw some highlights, and sometimes they still show it on TV on some channels. So, to be honest, I don't feel anything. I would say it's just as I said to Ben. The match has passed. It's a story. I should still remember some good things, like the way I fought. You know, being 2 sets down and a breakdown. Still almost managed to win the match, so this I have to remember no matter who I play, on Grand Slams of course. But if not, I think it was a great tennis quality match, and that's all I can say when I see it on TV.
I guess you won't be surprised to see Andrei Rublev making such a good start to the season. What do you expect from him here and this year?
Yeah, still it's a bit surprising in a good way how he was able after Doha straight away with the jet lag and everything to get into another final in Adelaide, where many of tennis players would just withdraw from Adelaide saying, okay, it's a little bit too much. But of course, regarding the end of the season that he has had, and I mean the work he's doing on practices, I always saw it from him when he was young. It's super great to see him doing these results. And I mean, for Russian tennis, it's great. Also, hopefully, all of us three we can do big here and let's say meet each other in the further rounds.